Hi! I'm Tina.
I'm Nisa. I'm Asri.
And we just arrived in Penang! Now we are going to start our day at Purple Republic.
Yes, and this is our day one on Monday, and there will be some introductions with Pak Andika and from OSM representative Dr. Oi. And yeah, we're just going to wait for another fellows from our class.
I hope everything goes well today.
I hope the food for breakfast is okay. Malaysian cuisine reflects to its multi-ethnic population. As we can see, there are three major ethnic groups in Malaysia. There are Indians, Chinese, and Malay. As a result of these historical migrations, trading activities, and its geographical position, this resulted in a symphony of flavors, making cuisine in Penang highly complex and diverse. Penang is blessed with their natural resources that brings bursting flavors to their cuisine outcome.
Penang is also known as a regional food paradise, with a rich cuisine shaped by island many cultures, including Hokkien, Hakka, Teochew-speaking Chinese communities, Indian Tamils, Malays, and the British.
As we observe in several restaurants, we can see that usually people sit in a group with fellows from the same ethnicity. And also at the same time, we notice that usually the one who works as a servant or as a cleaning service is Indian people who is still in their productive age, or elderly Chinese people who wants to keep being productive in their old days. 7:30 p.m. and we're at Gurney Drive Poker Center. We're having our dinner together. So what is your order, guys? So for me, I'm ordering char kway teow. It is, yeah. Char kway teow mainly like Asian dish. However, I see a lot of people craving for this one, so I prefer to try. And the price is also very affordable for us. Actually, I think we try. So, okay, let's do it. And the queue for this kway is very long.
Give me 5 minutes.
And is it good? Yeah, that is good. The kway.
Many locals in Penang speak Manglish or Malaysian English, an English-based Creole grammar with a Hokkien Chinese dialect, plus words from Penang and other languages thrown in. Listen for la, appending la to the end of the sentences for emphasis is a hallmark of Manglish.
Ini golden hour aja.
Pak Ci, say hi.
Hai,
Tak nampak Pak Ci.
pakcik hitam mana nampak?
Pakcik dari mana asalnya? Kota apa?
Pakcik daripada Prominang.
Sudah berapa lama? Pakcik bilang mana?
Ya?
Pakcik bilang mana tuh?
Pakcik di pakcik di seberang. Batus. Batus tu dia part of Penang juga island. Dia part of Pulau Pinang. Tapi dia panggil Batus seberang sana. Dari Pulau Pinang ke seberang ke mainland kita ada tiga mainland. Kita ada 2 jambatan dua jambatan. Dan kita boleh juga menyeberang ke mainland dengan ferry. Ferry ada ferry.
Ke Melen pakai jembatan yang Shawan bangun.
Dua-dua boleh.
Dua boleh.
Both bridge we can use both bridge. Satu old punya dia lebih kurang dalam 10 km, yang baru punya
With a population as ethnically diverse as in Penang, it should come as no surprise that the area is also a linguistic melting pot. The classic sentence, "Wei macha, you want makan here or tapau?" is often used to illustrate Penang's linguistic diversity, as it contains words from Tamil, Malay, Chinese, and also English.
Right. Now we're going to have a games. We call it game of words. So Nisa will be representing of Melayu and Vina will be representing of Bahasa Indonesia. Now let's start. First word is percuma.
Percuma in Indonesia means useless.
And for Melayu,
Percuma means free in Malay. For example, beli satu percuma satu.
okay, nice. And then the second words that will be jimat. What is jimat in Bahasa?
In Bahasa, jimat it is a sacred charm which people believe that it can protect you from bad vibes in Indonesia.
And for Melayu,
Meanwhile, in Malay, jimat means saving money for economical reason. For example, super jimat box.
okay. Now let's move on to the third word that will be ibu negara.
In Indonesia, Ibu Negara means the wives of the president.
It's totally different in Malay. In Malaysia, Ibu Negara means capital city.
Now let's move on to the fourth word that will be kecemasan.
Kecemasan in Indonesia means worry.
And for you?
In Malay, kecemasan means more like emergency. For example, pintu kecemasan.
Now for the last but not least is pusing. Pusing in Bahasa means?
Headache. You are having a headache, you will say, "Saya pusing."
And in Melayu,
In Melayu, pusing means like turn. So pusing kiri or pusing kanan, like turn left or turn right.
In terms of religion, be it Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Muslim, or Taoism, they all have blessed Penang with their teachings and spiritual offerings. We visited 6 different religious sites in Penang, which is one of them is special and unique. First is St. George Anglican Church, which is the first Anglican church in Southeast Asia. Nearly destroyed during the Japanese occupation of Malaysia, today it stands proudly restored on Farquhar Street in Georgetown.
Kapitan Keling Mosque is the oldest mosque of Penang.
We're going in now to the Masjid Kapitan Keling Mosque. So the Kapitan Keling is the name of a soldier? No.
Yes, Captain maybe means captain, as you said.
So actually, as you can see here, history of Kapitan Keling Mosque, it's more like the population of Indian Muslim. There's the history.
2 hours later.
So let's see if we can go inside and see how beautiful the Mosque of Kapitan Keling is. Let's go.
Kenapa? Oh, oke. Sedia di masalah main.
Oh, semua harus pakai. Assalamualaikum. Udah trading.
mosque.
Yeah, we're not allowed to go inside where the carpets are.
We
But-
just walk
Yeah,
along the corridor.
yeah, we are allowed to walk in corridor unless we are going to pray. Yeah, so this is the architecture. Let's see, this is the front side of the mosque. We have some ceilings with different architecture, and there's a chandelier, a beautiful one. There's
People are living in harmony with their many religious beliefs. In Kwan Im Temple, a temple dedicated to a legendary deity in Taoist and Buddhist cultures, we experienced to watch a community of Chinese having religion roleplay show. In front of the temple, there's a local market that sells ornaments, incense, and other things for their praying activity.
Arrive at Kekloksi Temple at Ayer Item. Currently, the temple is very huge. You can see, and it's still a bit under construction.
I think this is the highest temple in Penang, right?
Yeah. Even you can see it from the Penang Hill also.
Yeah.
So let's check it out.
I think most people would feel the same, just like the same peacefulness and also a serene, because the temple is filled with the really good energy, and it shows, it represents some kind of religious vibes with a lot of, I don't know, trees and also leaves and also flowers. And yep, the colors just like make you feel really, you can feel an inside peace, peacefulness. Also, a lot of water. Water like really makes you calm, and so that's supposed to be the feeling you get when you're in a religious place, right? Am I right? No, whatever.
Next, we visit Sri Aruloli Tirumurugan or Murugan Hindu Temple in Penang Hill. After a few days of exploring, we noticed some differences between the temple of Buddhism and also Hinduist temple.
Yeah, the one behind us is Hinduist temple, and we can see all the color. It's
Very colorful.
yeah, it's very colorful. It's different from the Buddhist temple, which is mainly has
Dominated by
red and yellow, gold.
And the one that we saw, we visited back in Kekloksi, it's also, they have another vibrant color. However, it's not too vibrant, like it's more like too light. But
Pastel
yeah,
colors.
pastel color. But in here in Hinduism temple, it's much more vibrant and a lot of saturations. And yeah, this is kind of like an Indian temple for Hinduism,
Yeah.
because in Indonesia we have Hinduism temple, but it's kind of different because with all of the
Yeah.
stones and something like that.
So it's not every Hinduism temple. It looks like this. It's only more the Indian temple, yeah.
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 And it's quite new for us, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, which is actually quite interesting. We are now in Malaysia, not India, but since all Indians, we can find a lot of Indians at Malaysia, I guess that's the reason why.
From the past 8 days in Penang, we can conclude that Penang cultural identity is very diverse due to the geography, language, and the philosophy aspects. In Penang, we can easily meet people with different background everywhere around the island, not to mention with the language and religion.
This results in their intercultural communication style, which is in between the high and low context culture. Sometimes they can be very straightforward. For example, when the makcik directly asks us to leave the Hamidia restaurant, but at the same time they can also be very welcoming and warm, just like our USM fellows.
Because of their cultural history, Penang is now at the ethno-relative stage of integration, where the experience of cultural different worldviews is incorporated into one identity. People accept that their identity is not based in any single culture. Though they maintain their own cultural identity, they naturally integrate of other culture into it.
From Hofstede perspective, we can feel that the in-group collectivism is high. Society fosters strong relationships where everyone takes responsibility for fellow members of their groups.
Moreover, the power distance is also very high, which means that people accept a hierarchical order. Subordinates expect to be told what to do, and the ideal boss is a benevolent autocrat.
And in terms of long-term orientation, they have low score. This means people exhibit a great respect for tradition, a relatively small propensity to save for the future, and a focus on achieving quick results.
Overall, we're happy to experience in the cross-cultural differences in Penang.
We are also very grateful for this opportunity from Pak Andika and also our USM fellows.
Because of this trip, we can gain so much knowledge that contributes to our professional and as well as our personal development.
So,
Thank you for watching.